Hello, this is the BBC Microbit. Everybody in year 8 will at some point get the opportunity to have one of these, and if you want to, you can take it home. It's absolutely free and it was something provided by the BBC to us. On the Microbit, it has a lot of things that you find in a normal computer. It has a processor, which you can see a little bit there. It also has some memory, some RAM to store things in, and it has a little bit of ROM so that it can boot up when it starts. So on the front here, you'll notice it has a couple of little input buttons, input devices, one button A and one button B. It also has an output device, which is a series of LED little lights. It also has another button in here in case you need to reset it. But we don't use that for like inputting a program, but let you reset the microbit if it's not doing what you want it to do. On here also, a little bit like your phone, it has an accelerometer, so it can pick up using that input device whether it's portrait, or landscape. It can also decide when it's been shook, so you can get it to use when it's shook to do something. Because you might decide to create a little bit of wearable technology, like a little bit of a watch, and you might have one when like a lot of new watches do shake, it gets it to actually wake up again. So we'll be using these in lessons, and as I said at the end, it's up to you. You can either take it home with you if you want to keep it, you want to use it, and you're going to make good use of it, or alternatively, if you're feeling generous and you feel like you probably wouldn't spend that much time at home for whatever reason, then you are allowed to leave it with school, and we can use it with other year groups to do something a little bit more engaging away from the computer and see things actually work on a device as opposed to just always seeing them on the screen. So your microbit can be powered by two different ways. It needs some kind of power source, a bit like any computer, to be able to generate ones and zeros. So what we're going to do is we're going to plug this in using a micro USB cable, and it will then hopefully, in this case I must have forgotten, it will, the first time you plug it in, it will run the program that is already put onto there. So originally it has a startup program and it goes to all the lights and does things, and it asks you to press some buttons. So in a few minutes, once I finish the video, you'll be able to have a go at the introduction bit, which is basically pressing some buttons and getting it to work. So the other way it can be powered, apart from plugging it in there, is you can also, and you will get this at the end of the half term, you will also after the 7 or 8 weeks, you'll be able to power your microbit using, there you go, using a battery pack as well. So that's got a couple of lights in there. So that's just saying hey, hello to year 8. So it can be powered like a bit of wearable technology, but like a watch, like I said, and it will just run the program that was currently in the memory, in this case the ROM of the device, and it will just go through and do what it did last time. So what you're going to have to do in a minute is when you get your microbit is you have to plug it into the PC or your Chromebook. Either will work. You don't have to use a PC necessarily. It will wake up and it will run an introductory program. In the introductory program, it will have some lights on. It will ask you to do things. So it will ask you to press button A and hold it down to test it's working. Press button B to hold it down to test it's working, and it will tell you whether that's okay. It will ask you to shake it, and it will have lots of lights in the middle here to show that it's doing what it should do. And then it should also start doing a chase the dot game where you get to tilt it back and forward to see if you can chase the dot. There is one other little hidden game in there, which is if you when you see the heart animation come up, if you press A and B at the same time, it should unlock a little game of Snake. Obviously, you'll be able to have a go at this in a minute, but in the other lessons, when your teacher's showing you things to do, we're not going to be playing games on them. We're there to learn how to do a little bit of programming in something called Python, which is a cut down version of the Python programming language. So hopefully that's been useful for you to learn a little bit about the microbit, and I hope you have some great lessons and really get into it. We want to see some interesting projects at the end of the half term where you try to pick something that you're going to try and develop on that device and go through the full scale of showing how you developed it, and how you showed it actually worked in the end.